Hello friends, today we will discuss what is Gaussian surface. Now by the Gauss theorem, the surface integral of electric field intensity over any closed hypothetical surface is equal to 1 upon epsilon naught times the net charge enclosed within the surface. So it is a hypothetical surface. Gaussian surface is a hypothetical surface. Now consider a sphere on which positive charges are deposited uniformly. Okay, so this is a spherical surface. Okay, you can see that this is a spherical surface. This indicates the electric line of forces. Okay, indicates a electric line of forces. If positive charge is over here, the direction of electric field intensity is in the outward direction. Now how to find the electric field on this given symmetry? It is given by the Gauss law. Now we know that electric flux is equal to surface integral of E dot ds, where E is electric field intensity and ds is surface area. So this is a surface area that we have selected. If the direction of surface area and electric field is same, then we can say that theta equals to 0. So this is given by E ds cos theta, where theta is equal to 0 degree. Therefore cos theta is equal to 1. Now what is the surface area of sphere? That is ds is equal to 4 pi r square. Therefore, considering equation 1, electric flux equals to E dot ds, because theta becomes 0, cos theta equals to 1. So this is, we call it as equation 2. Now put this value of surface area into the equation. We get electric flux is equal to E into surface integral of ds, that is 4 pi r square. But by the definition of electric field intensity, it is given by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, that is the permittivity, into q upon r square. By putting value of E into our equation, we get electric flux is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q upon r square into 4 pi r square. This 4 pi get cancelled with this r square cancel with this. So we get electric flux is equal to charge upon epsilon naught. This is nothing but a Gauss theorem. So it is the flux is equal to 1 upon epsilon naught times the charge enclosed within the body. Now if you consider a long uniformly charged wire, if we consider a small uniformly charged wire, like this, and the charges are distributed over on the wire, are uniformly distributed. Now how to imagine the Gauss theorem? We can take the cylindrical surface like this. So this is a wire and we have to imagine the surface which is in the cylindrical form. Now with this surface we can calculate the electric field along this wire. Okay, now for the charged wire we can say that we have to consider a Gaussian surface in the cylindrical form. So it having a length and the surface area is given by 2 pi r L. Now according to the Gauss law, electric flux is equal to surface integral of E dot ds. Now due to the cylinder, this ds becomes 2 pi rl. Just by putting the value we get phi E electric flux is equal to E into 2 pi rl. But this L is in terms of the charge density. Therefore the linear charge density is given by lambda is equal to QL. Therefore we can put value of Q in terms of lambda L. Now according to the Gauss law, phi E electric flux is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. Okay, that is equal to lambda L upon epsilon naught, which is the permittivity of the vacuum. So by putting this value or equating these two equations, by equating equation 4 and 5, we get E into 2 pi rl, that is given by the symmetry of cylinder, is equal to lambda L upon epsilon naught. Therefore E equals to, this get cancelled with this, lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught r. So electric field intensity is given by lambda, that is linear charge density, divided by 2 pi epsilon naught r. So Gaussian surface is used to find the electric field intensity of a given symmetry. Thank you.